Nike is one of the biggest sports brands on the planet. They have Aryna Sabalenka, the current world #1 in women's tennis, 3 Grand Slam titles, dominant on every surface, and her merchandise sitting on shelves. Meanwhile, Coco Gauff dropped her New Balance collection and it sold out in a single day. Someone at Nike should probably be updating their resume right now. Before we break this down, I have to ask you, why do you think Nike is fumbling Sabalenka so badly while New Balance is making all the right moves with Coco? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Alright, let's talk about this situation because it's genuinely fascinating from a business standpoint, and also kind of embarrassing for one of the most recognizable brands in sports. We have 2 of the best tennis players on the planet right now, Aryna Sabalenka and Coco Gauff. Both are Grand Slam champions. Both are in the top 3 in the world. Both are incredibly marketable athletes with massive followings. One of them has a signature shoe, custom-designed outfits for every major tournament, a lifestyle sneaker named after her hometown, and a collaboration with luxury fashion house Miu Miu. Her merchandise sells out almost immediately. The other one? She gets generic Nike outfits that anyone can buy. No signature shoe, no custom designs, just basic stuff with her name slapped on it. And fans have been calling Nike out for months.
And yeah, unfortunately next season it's not going to be that special for me, but
why?
Exactly. Maybe we should just start messaging Nike Instagram and like putting some pressure on, but
we will do that.
But let's wait for 2027 because that year is going to be sick.
Guess which one is which? If you said Coco Gauff is the one winning the merchandise game, congratulations. You've been paying attention.
Sporting juggernaut Nike is in the hot seat from tennis fans once again after Aryna Sabalenka said that she would not be getting any star treatment at the Slams next year.
If you thought the world #1 would get the signature treatment from the world's biggest sports brand, welcome to the Twilight Zone. Let's start with Coco Gauff and New Balance because this is how you do athlete partnerships correctly. Coco signed with New Balance back in 2018. She was 14 years old at the time, a complete unknown to casual sports fans. New Balance saw something in her and made the investment. That's called vision. Fast forward to today. Coco is a 2-time Grand Slam champion. She won the US Open in 2023 and the French Open in 2025. She's 21 years old and already one of the faces of women's tennis. And New Balance has been with her every step of the way. In 2022, they released the Coco CG1, her first signature tennis shoe. She was the first WTA player in years to get her own signature footwear. Not Serena Williams at the end of her career. Not any of the other established stars. Coco Gauff, a teenager. Then, in August 2024, they dropped the Coco CG2, the second signature shoe. A mid-cut silhouette that looks completely different from anything else on the tennis court. It has a dual-density fuel cell midsole with a carbon fiber plate. It has custom details like woven tongue labels with her signature logo. The inner tongue literally says power and grace, but they didn't stop there. In March 2025, New Balance released the Coco Del Rey. That's a lifestyle sneaker named after the Florida city where Coco grew up. It's designed for everyday wear, not just tennis courts. And it costs $100, making it accessible to fans who might not want to spend $160 on performance tennis shoes. Then came the Miu Miu collaboration. New Balance partnered with the luxury fashion house owned by Prada to create a tennis-inspired capsule collection featuring Coco's signature shoes. We're talking high fashion meeting sports performance. The campaign generated massive buzz in both the tennis world and the fashion world. Coco is going to receive the Style Influencer of the Year award at the 2025 Footwear News Achievement Awards. New Balance and Miu Miu are getting the Collaboration of the Year award. This is what happens when a brand actually invests in an athlete properly. And here's the kicker, the merchandise sells. Every time New Balance drops a new Coco colorway or collection, it moves fast. The Wimbledon edition of the CG2 sold out. The US Open colorway inspired by her 2023 Grand Slam win? Gone. Limited sizes available within days. Now let's talk about Aryna Sabalenka and Nike, because this situation makes absolutely no sense. Sabalenka has been with Nike since 2017, 8 years with the brand. In that time, she's become the #1 player in the world. She's won 3 Grand Slam titles, the Australian Open twice and the US Open. She finished 2024 as the year-end #1. She was the WTA Player of the Year, By every metric that matters, Sabalenka is the biggest star in women's tennis right now. She's the defending champion at 2 of the 4 majors. She's won more titles than anyone else over the past 2 years. She has 2.8 million Instagram followers, tied for the most among active WTA players. And what does Nike give her? Basic outfits, generic designs, no signature shoe, no custom collections for major tournaments. When Nike unveiled their US Open kits for 2025, fans were shocked. Sabalenka, the defending champion, got the same outfit as everyone else. No custom design, no special treatment. Just the standard Nike Court collection in a colorway that any recreational player could buy online. One fan on social media wrote, "Sabalenka doesn't usually get custom designs for her kits, she gets custom colors though. I do hope Nike steps it up and gives her some unique kits next year." Another said, "Nike is a terrible brand. Don't know why it's got such a popular reputation." And here's the thing. It wasn't just Sabalenka. Jannik Sinner, the men's #1 and another Nike athlete, also didn't get a custom outfit for his US Open title defense. One fan pointed out, Jannik didn't get one either. Shame for Nike, really. Nike did eventually drop some merchandise for Sabalenka. In May 2025, they released her first custom t-shirt. A $35 black tee with a white print of Sabalenka in a victorious pose. It was released in France only, not globally, just France. Then in August, they released an Everyone Watches Aryna shirt as part of their collaboration with Togeth XR. That one costs $50. It's available online, that's it. A couple of t-shirts for the #1 player in the world. Meanwhile, Coco has an entire collection on New Balance's website. Shoes, apparel, accessories, multiple colorways, regular new releases. A signature line that keeps expanding. The difference is night and day. Now, some people might say this is just business. Nike is a bigger brand. They have more athletes. They can't give everyone the signature treatment. But that argument falls apart when you look at what Nike does for other athletes in other sports. LeBron James has a signature line. Kevin Durant has a signature line. Ja Morant had a signature shoe before his off-court issues. Sabrina Ionescu has a signature shoe. Giannis Antetokounmpo has a signature shoe. Even in tennis, Nike gave Serena Williams the full signature treatment for years. They created custom outfits for her that became iconic fashion moments. They invested in her brand in a way that elevated both Nike and Serena. So why won't they do the same for Sabalenka? The frustrating part is that Sabalenka clearly wants more from Nike. She's talked about having a signature logo in the works. She wears player-exclusive shoes at tournaments, meaning Nike creates custom colorways just for her, but they don't make them available to the public. At the Australian Open this year, she wore custom tiger-themed shoes that referenced her Tiger nickname. At the US Open, she had another pair of player-exclusive Vapor 12S with tiger details on the tongue. Fans loved them, and fans couldn't buy them. That's insane from a business standpoint. You have a product that people want, inspired by an athlete people love, and you're choosing not to sell it? What exactly is the strategy here? At the WTA Finals in Riyadh, Sabalenka and Gauff faced off. The cameras zoomed in on their feet. Gauff was wearing her signature CG2 in white and blue. Sabalenka was wearing the Nike Vapor 12, a shoe that any Nike athlete could wear. One player looked like she had a brand that believed in her. The other player looked like she was just another name on the roster. And the results on the merchandise side reflect this. Coco's stuff sells out. Sabalenka's stuff sits there. Not because fans don't want to support Sabalenka, but because Nike isn't giving them anything worth getting excited about. Let's put this in financial terms. According to reports, the US Open generates $810 million in media exposure. Nike was the brand leading the pack with $9.4 million in media impression value from the tournament. They're making money off these events. They're getting exposure from their athletes winning titles. But they're leaving money on the table by not properly merchandising their biggest star. Imagine if Nike released a Sabalenka signature shoe, a tiger-themed design with her custom logo and premium materials. Price it at $180 to $200. Release limited colorways at each Grand Slam. Create the kind of hype and scarcity that drives sneaker culture. It would sell out immediately. Sabalenka fans have been begging for this. Tennis fans in general would buy it. Sneakerheads who collect player editions would buy it. Nike would make a fortune. Instead, they drop basic t-shirts and call it a day. New Balance, on the other hand, understood the assignment. They saw that women's tennis was growing. They saw that there was an opportunity to connect with fans who felt underserved by the major brands. They invested in Coco early and built with her over time. Now Coco is one of the most marketable athletes in all of sports. She's got deals with Gatorade, Wilson, and New Balance, among others. She's doing high-fashion collaborations. She's winning awards for style influence, and her brand partner is winning right alongside her. The Miu Miu X New Balance X Coco Gauff campaign was genius. It positioned Coco as more than just a tennis player. It positioned her as a fashion icon. Someone who bridges the gap between athletic performance and luxury lifestyle. Nike could do the same thing with Sabalenka. She has the personality for it. She has the following for it. She has the results for it. The Tiger branding is already there. The visual identity is ready to go. But for some reason, Nike keeps treating her like a mid-tier athlete when she's clearly elite. The comparison between these two situations reveals a bigger truth about sports marketing. The brands that win are the ones that recognize emerging stars early and invest in them consistently over time. New Balance did that with Coco. They built something together. They grew together. Nike had Sabalenka for 8 years and still hasn't figured out what to do with her. And you can see the frustration building. When fans are publicly calling out Nike on social media after every tournament, when tennis media is writing articles about how Nike needs to step up, when the discourse around Sabalenka's merchandise overshadows the discourse about her tennis, that's a brand failure. Sabalenka deserves better. She's done everything right on the court. She's won titles. She's been #1. She's been consistent. She's been marketable. She's been available for campaigns and photo shoots. She's done her part. Now Nike needs to do theirs. Because right now, the world #1 is watching a player ranked below her outsell her in merchandise. Not because Gauff is more popular or more successful, but because Gauff has a brand partner that actually knows how to maximize an athlete's commercial potential. That's the real story here. It's not about Gauff versus Sabalenka as players. They're both incredible. They're both champions. They're going to compete for years to come. It's about New Balance versus Nike as brand partners. And right now, New Balance is winning that matchup convincingly. The 2025 WTA Finals put this contrast on full display. Two of the best players in the world, both representing major athletic brands, and one of them looked like a signature athlete while the other looked like she was wearing off-the-rack gear. Tennis fans noticed. Fashion fans noticed. Marketing professionals noticed. The only ones who apparently haven't noticed? Nike's decision makers. At some point, Sabalenka's contract with Nike is going to come up for renewal. And you have to wonder if she's looking at what Coco has with New Balance and asking herself some questions. Because if another brand comes along offering her the signature treatment, the custom collections, the lifestyle crossover potential, the full partnership experience that Coco gets, why wouldn't she take it? Nike has a window to fix this. They could announce a Sabalenka signature shoe tomorrow. They could start releasing custom tournament collections. They could lean into the Tiger branding that fans already love. But if they keep doing the bare minimum, they might find themselves losing the #1 player in the world to a competitor who's willing to actually invest in her. And then all those unsold t-shirts are going to look even more embarrassing. That's the situation between Nike and Sabalenka versus New Balance and Coco Gauff. One brand is maximizing their athlete. The other is leaving money and opportunity on the table. Sabalenka deserves signature status, and Nike needs to wake up before someone else gives her what she's worth. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe. We appreciate you.